boys. I'm here, but I just need to redo some of the setups. In theory, you should be able to see me already, but I need. Okay. Apart from not having everything that I need, but we should be live again. We should be live again, and you should be able to hear me okay now. So the problem is that we had a Windows update. Can you hear me okay now? We had a Windows update, and nearly every time there is a Windows update, is resetting the virtual devices and the virtual audio devices that I have set up. I don't know why, but it's doing it all the time. And so basically what I need to do, I need to reinstall the program for my microphone, and then I need to reinstall also the piece part. I think I can, you know, one day maybe I can just what is the name of this microphone? Is SM8? What is the freaking name of this one? SM58, right? I think we can, you know, I think I can buy a preamplifier, and so I will not have those programs anymore.
Hi, I'm Jordan from Kettner Creative.
Hi. Why 8 minutes to tell me that I need to buy something?
USB to XLR adapter.
Yeah, that is the cable that I have. But with this cable, I mean the power that it comes out of the microphone is really low. So the only way that you manage to get the right output with that cable is to actually install this dB booster.
Or where to buy these items. Now we're going to connect this cable to our Mac. The light turned on. Now once the adapter cable that we just plugged in. USB adapter. Now, for I think what I would want to do, I'd want to, it's about the window that I'll show you the sheer S.
Yeah, I also have the other problem that I think he already reset my, I think he reset also, wait. Sound setting, volume mixer, no, sound settings, recording. I think he also has, no, the volume is already 100. Now the level is already 100. So for me, the level is okay of this microphone. So should be fine. Should be fine. But basically, this is the solution that I use. And I need to boost about 20 dB to actually reach the right level, right? And
SM7B.
is not really the best solution. You will still be
then the next option.
a bit
The next
quiet.
option I'm going to show you is a USB audio interface. There are many different types of USB audio interfaces, but they start at about 10 times the cost of the previous example that we get. 2 XLR jacks. These are typically combi jacks. You can use XLR cable or a 1/4-inch cable. You get volume or gain monitors. So if you're
yeah, so that is the thing we need to buy.
USB 2.0. slot there. So we're going to connect this cable, and this cable goes from there to USB-C. So that'll go straight
There is the
into
thing that we need
laptop
to
that we're
buy
using
to
today.
have, you know, a better audio. I don't know how much it costs, but probably will cost like 100 euro or something like that. But anyway, yeah, maybe I can buy it. I don't know. But for now, it works okay. By the way, hello, meanwhile, Strick and Marcellum. I didn't see the previous people, so if you want to say hello again, because I just didn't see it, we had to reboot. I don't really know why people are still putting with Microsoft. I got rid of Windows years ago. You're using what? You're using Linux or Mac? Or just your phone? Which can still be an option these days. Consider that phones can do basically everything, right? They can do everything you want. Okay, so what I want to do today. So today I was thinking, what can we put in the mountains, or anyway in different regions and area? And I was thinking, what about some castle, right? So I think we can, technically we can. The only problem of you know, pre-existing castle thingy is that they will all look very similar to our world castles. So they will be kind of immediately recognizable as medieval castle without, you know, our own special flavor, you know, without our own plane shift special flavor. So I'm not completely sold on this. The stream title got reset as well. Thank you for that. I'm gonna re-put it in the right place. Stream title is probably reset to yes, because he is split into two and the reboot caused this thing. Obviously you cannot reattach. It would be nice if you could reattach, you know, to an existing stream, but okay, now it should be fine, at least on YouTube. And I think on Twitch will be fine because it will keep the previous one, so it should be okay. Phones can do Blender? I think they can. Phones can do anything these days. I mean, phones can run plane shift, I think. The previous version for sure, but the new version as well, I think. So I have a medieval castle package, okay, that we got. And I thought I would probably never use it, but we are going to investigate this package a bit today. Okay, so trying to understand what it contains, which kind of meshes he has, if these meshes are of any interest to us. The answer is probably yes, because maybe we can even use them for something else, you know, even if this texture alignment is a bit awful, but okay. So we can investigate, you know, this this package and see what he has for us. Maybe there is good stuff and we can use it. Now the usual problem with this kind of packages is the quality that is usually over the roof. So they, just to make the package look nice, you know, they use like 4K or even 8K textures sometimes. They use very complex shaders. They use, you know, you have materials with like 50 nodes and geometry that is in the range of, you know, 10,000 triangles per piece and things like that. So it happens all the time. So I'm pretty sure that this package will have exactly the same problem. Now, we can take the content, if it's good, and try to scale it down, okay? That I think we can do. So we can try to scale it down and make it usable, or we can just reuse maybe some of the textures or some of the assets, you know, like this gate, for example, which is nice, and modify it and use it for something. Now, do we need a castle? I don't know. I think that in any fantasy world, you know, the need of protection and the need of land control and monitoring is there. And so I think that also for us, you know, a castle is used as a safe place, you know, to go when things around are complex. I mean, when there are fights and wars and monsters roaming around. Plus, it usually gives you a good vision of the surrounding of the valleys because you put the castle at the top of a mountain or the top of a hill. So I think it still makes sense. Plus, you can use the castle as a storage, kind of a warehouse, you know. Plus, you can use it as a training ground. You know, so you can use it for many different things. Now, in the world of plane shift, if I have to think to a castle, I will probably not exactly think about it in the same way. So like a typical medieval castle like we think about it. But I think we may maybe use these pieces and see if we can customize it. So for example, we can take... yeah, this which I don't know, they have a name in English now, it doesn't come to my mind, but these parts here, and maybe change them a bit, you know, maybe having them slightly pointed or slanted, or I don't know, we can maybe take this mesh, change it slightly, and maybe make it more plane shift special, you know, plane with a plane shift flavor, right? Even if I would say that this kind of castle is the simplest structure you can build, because it's basically made of, you know, square pieces, so made of stones, which are usually cut off as square and put together. So I think that probably any civilization would build them pretty similar to this, unless they have a different need. But considering we have archers as well, I mean, this kind of slitted window makes sense anyway. So I don't know, I think it still makes sense. Maybe give me your point of view of if you think a castle in plane shift should look different or not than a normal castle. But I think there are a lot of very nice pieces here. Now we will check the quality in a second. I'm expecting it to be super high as usual, but there are a lot of very nice pieces, like these stairs, for example, right? They are very good quality, and yeah, as you can see, the round is very, very, very round, so this is probably a lot of polygons, but we can scale it down as needed. They have many different tops for the towers, which is nice. Some basic blocks to build the wall. So the idea of this modular package is that basically you set a kind of a, you know, standard grid with a snap value, and you are basically snapping all these pieces to that particular snap value, and so you can easily put it together like Lego, right? Like if you are building a Lego. No, I think I know the name. If you mention it, I think I will recognize it, but no, they have a name. In Italian it's called merletti, I think. Lace of a castle. Let me try lace. I don't think it was lace, but maybe. No, I don't think it was. I think anyway, who cares how they are named? I don't know, there is a name. Tony will know. Yeah, there are also gates, which seems to be very nice. Again, the quality of the texture seems to be very high, so we will have to reduce it, I think. So this looks like 4K textures or 8K textures with multiple layers and parallax mapping. You see the bumps are very nice for each rock, right? There's obviously not geometry, that's parallax, and yeah, but you know, yeah, the other problem of these pieces is that obviously whenever you are putting them together, you are completely wasting all the polygons of the place that you, I mean, of the junctions, right? Of the adjacent pieces. So for example, if I put this piece next to another one, all this face will be somehow rendered, or anyway try to be rendered and considered by the engine, also for collision purposes. And I don't want to click on wireframe because I know I will already be disappointed. So, but I will click on it very soon. I just want to believe in dreamland for a second, okay? Hello, Ismail. Can you give me the log link for the Windows Alpha Release 077 on Discord? Yes, if you message me, well, I'm not on Discord because I just rebooted, but if you message me, I can give it to you if you are a veteran player with more than 200 hours of gameplay. I think that is you, right? You messaged me already? Yes, because I see someone that messaged me a few minutes ago, and it was someone that already had the yeah, it's you. Sure, I can send it to you. So you already had access to the previous one, so I will send it to you right now. No problem. Done. Yeah, so for example, these pieces are also nice. Here the texture is a bit fucked up. I don't know why, but they messed up the UV. But these pieces are nice. We can also use them for something else, you know. We can also use them for kind of outpost. So if you want to have an outpost in the mountains, maybe there are a bit too many windows, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it can be a small tower. We can have a small tower with this at the top and not a full castle. And this piece, for example, I like a lot. We just need to fix the UV on this side because I think something bad happened. I don't know. At least it looks like is. So I think it's a very good pack. The only problem of this pack is that it's 1 giga, 1.2 giga or something, and we need to understand why it's so big. I already have the answer in my mind. Again, probably they boosted textures and poly count, right? Okay, they also have a demo scene, so we can load in the demo and see. Yeah, the 078 link is that. So we removed the old versions. Okay, this is the demo scene. Now, as you can see pretty much immediately, there is quite a bit of repetition going on the walls. So if you look at the walls from from far away, right? The pattern, you know, the pattern of the texture is showing quite a bit. But you know, this probably means that they used fewer amount of textures, which I think is anyway a plus. I see that here they are using some moss. So there is probably an additional layer that they added on top of the because you see this thing? This thing is moss. It's an additional layer of moss. Wait, I think you are seeing it a bit. Max FPS, no, T. Fuck. I think you see it lagging, right? Now you should see it better. Yeah, now I think you see it better. Okay, should not lag anymore. Okay. Tell me when you see it lagging, because it's just that I forgot to put the 30 FPS kind of thing. I like the fact that they didn't spend too many triangles on making this thing ruined. I mean, the result is a bit square, right? It's a bit square and blocky, but I think we can live with that. I think we can live with that. Yeah, as you can see, the quality of the texture is very, very high. Which is, I mean, we can always go down. There is there a way to change the camera speed with a kind of a shortcut or not? Wow, they also have some moss here, so I wonder how they are doing it. I don't think it's in the texture. I think it's an additional layer. I think they are layering. I think they are layering this. So I think it's not in the diffuse channel. It's probably another channel that is either randomized or yeah, probably randomized. There is the demo level, okay? So it's basically where they put together all the pieces to show you how it looks, right? You have flying mounts, right? Makes castle moderately pointless, but never mind. Castles are cool to have them. Well, in every fantasy setting, you know, you have dragons, you know, but you still have castles. And anyway, you know, you can, yeah, with a flying beast, you can go in, but then you are in alone, you know, unless you have a swarm of flying beasts. But I assume that swarms of flying beasts are kind of pretty expensive, you know, to have in terms of training the riders and putting all the equipment on them, like the saddle and maybe a bit of armor, and then trying to train them properly. And so, yeah, I think a flying army make a castle a bit more pointless, but consider the castle anyway is fortified even in its inside. So like they can be, like we can see here, multiple doors and gates that are blocking access to different sections. And then there can be, you know, houses like this where, yes, you can maybe land on the top, but still at the top is closed, so you will have to destroy this to destroy the roof to actually get into it, right? And a castle usually has very, very small doors and windows, so it's not really easy to go through this. So it's fortified from that point of view, that it's hard to penetrate, right? It's hard to get into it. And I think it's not bad. I like these ones. I like these cellars kind of thing. I really like them. I really like them. Okay. I don't think there is anything else in the sense, apart from some trees, but we have enough trees. I don't think there is anything else because I didn't see any other pieces like in the cellars, like if there was like a dungeon or a jail or something. So it is a different type of window anyway. So it's a much more thin window to look down, which I think is cool. Yes, these are different different pieces. So these pieces are different from the one that we saw up here. Yes. So it seems that they do some of the moss with probably a randomized layer of texture on top, but they also have decals. So specifically for the windows, you see that there is this thing, which if I move it, I cannot move it. I don't know why I cannot move it, but why I cannot move it? It may be that it's in a group. What is the group? I miss it. Edit visibility. Wait a second. Groups. Group is here. Groups, group, unblock, unlock. I think it's in a group. But why I don't see it when I click on the single piece? That's kind of. Let me delete it 1 second. Yeah, the decal is separate from. I cannot move it only because I have the grid state. Okay. Yeah, so you see that when I move it, this part, which is a bit of a stain, you know, on the window, goes away. Yeah, you see? So it's not applied anymore. So they have this. Okay, I don't think we need them, but definitely they are making the window look nicer. Look like for your castle you need on an army of dev of having decent number of polygons, so many parts. I'm an army, yeah, I need a castle. Yeah, it's pretty authentic. Now, the problem is that it's made of pieces, you know, so basically every piece, like this tower, right? If you see this tower, do you see the yellow lines? The orange lines? This tower is made of pieces, and I think I can ungroup or unlock. If I unlock, I think I can move the single pieces, right? The individual pieces, yes. And I think if we go back to stick to grid, I can probably move it, right? I can probably move. So for example, I could duplicate it, you know, and go up more, right? I could duplicate it like this and decide that we want, you know, this tower to be even more crazy, right? Now, as you can see, they do this moss effect. Which seems to be different piece by piece. So my fear is they are doing it. or with a randomized layer, but you see that it's not randomized because you have some options when you do things like that. You can, for example, randomize by location in the world, so that when you move it, it's gonna change the colors of the moss, right? There is one technique. Another technique is vertex painting. The problem is that if they use the vertex painting, which we can try, probably they use vertex painting. If they use vertex painting, this means that this guy has a lot of polygons to allow vertex painting. So if you go under modes and you go under mesh paint, you basically have a way to paint, you know, on 3 channels. We can try the red channel and see what happens. The red channel seems to make it darker, slightly darker. We can try the green channel. Green channel seems to be doing nothing. I don't know. No, I make it slightly lighter, but very little. Yeah, it seems like this I'm removing and this I'm adding, but it's so freaking little. Yes, you see, it is more visible. It is more visible. Here is without, and here is with. Without and with. Without. So you see that it becomes a bit brighter when I put it on. And then probably on the blue there is the moss if they do it that way. No, seems not. Maybe because there is already in that place. Let me see. Ah, yes. Yeah, the blue is the moss. The blue is the moss. So for example, if I want to connect, you know, this moss to this moss, I could do something like this. And now these 2 parts, you know, look similar. Now, if I want to paint on the other guy, I need to select it. So for example, I can remove the moss from here. You see, so now the moss has this pattern, you know, that seems to be continuing between the 2. Now, this technique is beautiful. The problem is the performances of this thing. Performance of this thing is really a problem, I think. Because you see the green markers. The green markers are vertexes. These points that you see on the screen. These are vertexes that you can texture paint, that you can like channel paint, and it's a real problem. Why sometimes I cannot do it? Because there are the other channels on top. Like here, for example, I cannot really add moss in this area. For whatever reason. I'm painting it, but it's not painting it. It's painting it here, very easy, but it's not painting it here. I don't know if you require... Let me try to put them all together. No. It's kind of strange. I don't know if it's based on light. Or I don't know if there is a mask. There is a mask somewhere, but size, strength, fall off, color view, swap color, fill, apply. Fill the selected mesh with paint color. Wow. So basically this we said to fill it completely. And now if I want to delete it, yeah, I can delete it, yes. The problem of this technique is it's super expensive, boys. It's super expensive. I'm reasoning on my mind if I want to use it or not. If I want to use it or not. I think it looks very cool, right? It looks very, very nice. But everything that looks nice, it has a cost. It has a cost, right? And yeah, it's saving the map, and the map is very big, so I think it will take a bit to save it. Can I cancel it? No. Okay, so now we go in the painful side of the thing, okay? So I will enable wireframe and we will see how many freaking polygons we have in this thing, okay? You ready? I know I will be suffering already. Holy Jesus. Yeah. As you can see, there are so many polygons that you basically cannot even see the geometry. Interesting. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that, but not that much. But let me hide the landscape, and maybe let me hide the foliage for a second, so that we leave only the why the walls disappeared. The walls are probably made with landscape splines. You see that when I remove the landscape, the walls are disappearing, the outside walls. So it means that these walls, if I go in landscape mode and I go in splines, yes, these are actually splines. The control point. So there is another way of doing things, right? So basically, the advantage of this way is that you can move a wall. By the way, they did it for the wooden part, and probably there is another one, which probably is invisible, is inside. I don't know where is it, but there must be control points. Can I see? No, not these ones. No. The control points of this spline. There should be another spline. I don't get it. Let me do this. No. This is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to increase the size of the control points. I think it was half width, but no, it's not, probably. Level of the blah 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 layer mesh. I don't know. There should be here inside. Here it is. There is one there, for example. It's not very visible, but is here. Okay, there is a point there. So if I move that point, right, the wall will move. Okay, you see. So yes, they are made with splines, which is okay. I mean, this is not particularly expensive or anything else, so I think is reasonable. It's just a different way. So probably one of these walls is a single piece, right? Let me try to understand. Yes. So this is the piece that they are using for the spline. So this is the tileable object, which is repeated over and over and over and over. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit. 16,000 polygons. 16,000 polygons for a fucking, you know, block of rock that is basically a square, you know? This thing is 6 sides. Okay, maybe this one, but maybe this one because it's a bit round, but oh my god. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how people can do things like that. I think the only reason, right, why it did that is because you can vertex paint it. But I don't even know if you can vertex paint on top of let me see. If you can mesh paint on top of spline. Can you? The editor is doing something. I think it locked. Okay, this is how you can vertex paint on splines meshes, but so it seems you cannot, but let's see. Let's try again. Maybe we were unlucky. Yeah, but oh my god. Oh my god. Why you do this? It was a nice castle. It was a very nice castle. Why you destroyed it this way? Why? Ah, okay. Let's try again. Yeah, but anyways, is crazy poly count, crazy poly count. So there is no way, boys. No way we can use it as it is. Zero chance to use it as it is. Zero. I mean, in this scene, considering that one piece. So how much is one? Wait. How much is one single block? Like a block like this, yes, a block like this. Now, for the rounded ones, I think it makes more sense, right? For the rounded ones, it makes more sense because you have a much nicer round shape. For the square ones, it makes sense only if you want to vertex paint them. That's the only reason. This one is 1,320. Which is not even crazy, but yeah. So, for example, in this case, you could keep, you know, the verticals this way and the horizontals you can completely delete, right? Because you don't need on this edge so many polygons. Now, the fun part will be to understand if they have a collision box, because all these polygons will be used for collision as well, unless... yes, they did a collision mesh. That's very nice. They have a collision mesh. That's very, very nice. So they have a simplified, as you can see, they have a simplified collision mesh. Which is made of boxes. It's made of boxes and here is missing. So here actually you will fall down. That's pretty bad though. I think the here you will fall down unless there are two more meshes. Yeah, maybe there are. Maybe there are two more blocks for the window. Yeah. There is one block at the top and one block at the bottom of the window. Now it's not very easy to see it, but I think they are there. So they created a collision mesh, a simplified collision mesh. Doesn't look super great. Doesn't look super great, but it looks okay. So I think that from the point of view of collision, we are kind of fine. We are kind of fine. So I think one way we can do it, you know, is to take all this thing, bring it in Blender, make it a single model, merge all the vertices that we don't need, decimate the structure, and then import it again in Unreal. I think this is the way we should do it. And then unfortunately, I think we will have to redo the collision mesh, but I think this is the only way we can do it. Okay, let me try again to mesh paint this thing is okay. Mesh paint. So if I select that, I'm good. If I select this, the engine is crashing. I would say it's pretty consistent. So you cannot mesh paint a mesh inside a spline. Seems not to be possible. Or anyway, is crashing in this case. Doesn't seem a lot of people are speaking about it. I can confirm this is now possible. It is now possible, bro, but it's crashing, eh? It's crashing the editor. No, because the point is that if we have the ability to vertex paint on them, nice, but if we don't, we don't need all that geometry. We don't need all that geometry. Let me try to see other pieces like this one. Holy shit. I don't know, boys. There is a lot of work to make this usable in a real game. Basically, they didn't give a shit about poly count. Zero fucks given on poly count. Zero. You know, the problem is that when you go to the... I'm pretty sure that if we go to the store page, they will tell you... There is also a Discord. I think we can go there and ask, but they will tell you. I think I read it. I read it here. It was saying like game ready or something like that. Medieval is this pack. Eh? This is the pack that we are discussing about. Over 300 modular meshes. You can create a whole medieval castle force very fast. It's possible to do square round towers. Decals gate. 4 layers of vertex painting. Master material with more than 40 parameters, which offer you the ability to easily exchange effect or color correction on material instances to perfect your vision. You can create several variations very fast using the same texture as well, your own texture. This pack is fully compatible with our medieval asset. Triangle count modular pieces. Average 1023. I don't think so, man. I don't know. At least I didn't see that, but 1023. Okay. Up to 4 LOD. I think they have LOD. Let me see the LOD. For example, this guy has 0 LOD. This guy, you take it as it is, no? Where is the LOD? This guy doesn't have any LOD. What is going on? These assets are making my engine go crazy. LOD 0. LOD. I see only LOD 0, but it's saying import LOD level 1. I know, it's asking me for it. Can't Unreal make simplified LOD and group object into one? Otherwise, I was separating the Infinity Lake Castle. Yeah, but that's a dream. I tell you, that's a dream. That's a dream. It works very bad. There is always what people are telling me every time I'm in this argument, you know. But that's a complete dream. That doesn't. It's like nanite. Yes, nanite works. The problem is that you have 100 gigabyte level. So there are no easy solutions sometimes, you know. There is not the way out that you just click on a button and everything gets automatically fixed. Because even if you have 4 LOD, okay, let's imagine that for now on this one I don't see any LOD. I don't know why he's saying that there is LOD because I don't see it, but let's imagine that you have the LOD. If you have the LOD, it means that you are loading 4 models in memory. 4 models for each of them. So there are 300 pieces of this freaking castle. You are loading, you know, 1,200 models in memory, some of which are very simple and some are very complex. So when you see this freaking castle, you have 1,200 models that your thing needs to manage, and your engine needs to manage. So yeah, LOD is nice, but you know, you have to use it wisely. There are certain pieces that are a bit less crazy, but like this one. This one, for example, has the 4 LOD. You see? This one has it. This one actually has it, which is kind of nice at least, but which is kind of nice. This is LOD 0, LOD 1. LOD 1 is already the minimum. I don't know what LOD 2 and 3 are going to do, but LOD 2, LOD 3, okay. Yeah, it's removing a bit of the borders probably because here they added some borders. Yeah, but like LOD 3, you know, LOD 3 is exactly what is needed for this piece to look the way it looks. You know, if you go LOD 3 or if you go LOD 1, you will see no difference. Just because it's a square guy. Wait, if I remove the environment, the thing becomes shit. So if I go LOD 0 or I go LOD 3, you see, there is no visual difference. Zero visual difference. The only difference is that you have less vertices to paint. So I think the question for us is, do we want to vertex paint the moss or not? Because if we don't want to generate the, if you don't want to paint with the moss, which by the way, I mean, if you really want to do it, you know, you put a decal like they did. I think you know, this level is more of a demonstration of possibility. I think from the demonstration of possibility is very nice. They did a great job of demonstrating the different capabilities. It's very nice. But you know, if you really want to do a variation, right, of moss on top, instead of putting, you know, a vertex painter everywhere on the wall structure, that when you see it, it needs to have another pass on the wall thing, you just put one decal somewhere, you know, and I think is probably a much cheaper solution. And I would say the decal is very nice. Let me see how it looks. Base color black value. Decal master is also relatively simple in terms of material structure. So I think these decals are very nice. I think we can use them. I would not be scared to use this. Now, I cannot really evaluate the performance of these nodes, but it seems to me that these decals is something that we can use. Maybe you can also create, you know, different variations of them. I don't know which kind of decals we have, but we have a decal leaks and gradient dirt. I think there are different types, like this leak is smaller, you see, and this leak is larger. I think it's something like that, probably. This is using leak 03. This is using leak 0. No, maybe it's just different position. Would be interesting to see. Well, I can change it here. Maybe we can do this way. You can just put it on the wall, and can just put it on a wall like that and change it and see how it looks. Decal 03, decal 02. 02 is like this. It's like moss going down. So maybe they used it like in the top of, yeah, maybe they used it in the top of the towers. And decals number 1. Okay, it's similar but with less power. And there is also a gradient dirt. I don't know. Maybe they do it from the bottom up. I mean, obviously, as you can see, for example, here, right? If you can see here, the moss is very nice. The fact that there is some moss painted on top is creating a very good result. If you would remove that one, this wall will look all the same, pretty much like it is here, right? Here there is no vertex painting, right? So, and it's very flat. While here it is looking much nicer. The problem is if we want to bring the cost of this, do we want to bring this cost into? And by the way, yes, they managed to paint it, because you see that this one is painted. This one is painted, and this one is part of a spline, because if I remove the landscape, it goes away. So actually this one is part of a spline and is painted. So probably it works. The problem is that if I go in mesh paint with this selected, the engine is crashing instantly. Maybe it's a bug of 426. You could generate the LOD and then delete the IR. Yeah, but you know what I'm thinking is that if you take this mesh, right, and you use it as it is, there is another consideration we need to make though. There is another consideration. Do you see this curve? Do you see this curve? This curve is actually possible because there are so many polygons, right? Only because there are so many polygons. Because again, there is a landscape spline. There is a landscape spline, and if I can click on this thing, seems I cannot. You see? I could do something like this. So the ability of the wall to actually become rounded like that, right, is because he has this quality, right? So that's another trade-off, right? That's another trade-off. So if we remove geometry, we will not be able to do this unless we model this thing, right? We will have to model it. We will need to have one piece that is modeled this way. So I would say actually for a castle like this, there is a very good way of doing it. The problem is that it's very expensive. So if you are doing like Chivalry 2, and you have only one area with a castle, I would say that is a perfect way to do it. But if you are in a world like our world, where we have, you know, so much land to cover and so many different possible places, then maybe it's not that good, right? The other problem is that if I want to reduce this guy, I mean, the work needed is a lot. Because what I will have to do, I will have to take all the meshes that I need, which I don't even know how many there are today, but definitely there are like 300 plus objects, you know, in this directory. I don't know if I need them all or I don't need them all. I have no idea. Export them to a direct. I think I can select them all and export them all. That's probably possible. Then I will have to import in Blender. I will have to use a grid system similarly to the one that we have in Unreal. Create what I need to create. Merge all the meshes. Decimate. And then delete all the adjacent well, maybe merging the vertices we already destroy. Yes, we already destroy maybe one of the two, but probably one will remain. Yeah, we'll have any way to remove, for example, between, you know, this piece and this piece, there are polygons in between which are totally useless. And between this piece and this piece, there are more polygons that are totally useless. So basically, in this case, all the polygons that are here, which are anyway, at the moment, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, thousands of them, okay? are completely useless. Still, the engine somehow needs to calculate them to understand if there is light going through it, and you know. So whenever it's casting a ray of light, you know, it needs to understand if it goes through this border or not. You know. So it's a bit overkill, I would say. It's a bit overkill the way it's designed. It's a bit overkill. The way it's designed is a bit overkill, I have to say. But it looks beautiful. So that's for sure. So if you want something beautiful, that's perfect. Okay, let's think to what we need. Okay, what do we need? I mean, I don't think we will have a castle like this, right? In plane shift. I don't think it makes any sense, or does it? Does it make sense to have a castle like that in our game? I'm thinking, who can build such a thing with these shapes? Well, in theory, the aliens can, because the aliens are the race that are the closest, you know, to our humans architecture. They will probably not do the rounded towers like that. They will probably have towers that are looking, yes, exactly, more like this. Yes, I think these towers look pretty much. I don't know if we want to have the wait, group unlock. If I delete, I cannot, because it's a wall section. It's a wall section, so I need these things. So I cannot really have. A tower. Well, maybe we can modify it a bit. Maybe we can modify it a bit. I mean, it's not bad. I like it. It's just a bit weird from the point of view of all these slitted windows. I think there are a bit too many, but we can live with that. It may be also a bit of the overall size of this thing, but the overall size of these pieces. But the overall size of these pieces can be reduced, right? Can be reduced. Why I am still sticking to grid? I don't understand. Why still sticking to a grid if I said not to? Snapping, maybe it's this one. Huh? It was that one. Okay. Now I'm trying to think what I want to put into the game. I mean, if I want to put something, how it will look. Okay, I'm trying to understand that. I'm trying to understand that and to see if I want a tower like this. Do I want a tower like this? Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. We can have it like this. We can have it like that. We can have it maybe even without the top completely. So it's just like this, and we will have to fill out somehow Or maybe like this. So just a tower, you know, even without all the tops. And but I think it makes sense. I mean, we may definitely use a tower like this. Now, if I have to connect it into a building kind of thing, so if I need to connect this tower to a building, like, did they connect this to a tower? No, they didn't. Is it possible to do it? Like if I take all these pieces and I put them whatever, and then I want to connect a tower. I want to connect a tower here. How would I do that? Let me try to copy a piece of the tower, maybe. Let me try to copy a slice of the tower and see if they fit in for any reason, in any way. Wait. For example, if I want to do a piece that is round and a piece that is they're not really designed to stick, right? They are not designed to stick, I think. Because if I move by 100, they are not sticking into each other. So it seems that the rounded pieces are not really... Now, we can make them stick, okay? So we can obviously go fine tune and... But it seems that these pieces are not designed to be mixed between... I mean, I can do this and make it work somehow, okay? But still, you know, the rounded part will stick out, so it will not really work. It will not really work. Something that may work is if we have, you know, a piece that is really 90 degrees, I mean 180 degrees. So if this plus this is exactly 180, I don't know why this plus this is not 180. Like there are some pieces which are smaller. Thin round window, because I think, for example, here it will work with the upper part, right? I think with the upper part is designed to work. Let me see. If I move this guy here, and now it's at the same height. Well, for example, like this is already fitting somehow, even if it's not perfect, but no, because we have the no, like this is not working. Like this is not working, but let me rotate with reasonable increments so that we get it. No, it seems it's not designed to fit. Again, we have to do it manually. We can do it manually like this, and boom, obviously it does. But I was hoping that I could somehow fit the round and the not round together without going through too crazy. but for example, this one fits, right? Then you will probably have to add a wall at the bottom. I don't know why there are these two different pieces. There is this one and this one. They are actually different, or they're just rotated differently. I don't understand. No, one is longer, one is shorter. Ah, okay. So there is a kind of a reasoning that this is probably 90. Yeah, this is 90 degrees, and this is probably 60 degrees. Wall thin round. Wall thin round. No, it's impossible. They are using the same. Wait. What do you mean they are using the same? What? What? What do you mean that this one is the same as this one? What? Wait. Is it? Ah, it is. It's just positioned differently. So in this tower, they decided to... Okay. So they basically rotated this thing a bit just to give it a bit of a sense of difference between top and bottom. Ah, okay. You look on 3D Castle on Google, you have some? Yes, Dula, but the problem is that those will have the same problems of these ones or worse, you know? So, unfortunately, it's not that easy. If you find some that are nice, maybe you can show them to me, but the problem is that they need to be kind of Unreal Engine compatible somehow. I mean, in terms of materials and stuff. I mean, it's not that easy. I think you know what we can do. We can, for all the normal geometry, so meaning all the square geometry, we can basically just model it our way and then assign the material. The only pieces that we really want to use, right, are the one, for example, with the arches, like this one, which obviously is a bit more complex to model because you see he also has an inside, he has like an inset here, and such. The ones with the windows, which I think could be nice to have pre-made, right? And the ones like this ones that are very, very nice with these slitted windows. I think this one look very, very nice. And and these roofs, right? Even if I see that, for example, these roofs are also a mess, because look at that. This roof is made of so many pieces. Look at that. So many pieces. So every one of this is a piece, right? Holy fuck. Each one of those is being composed manually. And under merged, there is no well, maybe there are some. No, this one, for example, is already kind of merged. At least you have this part, right? I'm thinking what is the best way, you know? Thinking what is the best way to preserve some of the work that has been done on these pieces, but at the same time, don't make our life impossible. right? Because for example, one thing that I like are these ones. These ones I think are pretty cool. Made the way they made it, with a spline that you can change. I think that's very nice. So these ones I think we can reuse somehow. Now, do I want them? There is a fairly nice reusable piece, I would say. A fairly nice reusable piece. Now, the only question is, is this one also kind of crazy? Poly count? No, it's 750. So this one is reasonable. I mean, it's high, but it's okay. I think this one is really okay. Yeah, this one is really okay. So this one we can probably use as is, because you see that every beam has its own, and the only part where is tessellated is here, but they do it because you can make it bend, right, in a landscape kind of position, in a landscape kind of thing. So I think it would be very nice if this guy also had I don't know why they added this beam at the bottom. I don't know why this beam is here and not here, but okay, maybe, I don't know, just a reinforcement of the... It would be very nice if this would be also double, you know, the other. So if we could create something like this, which is double, so also on the other side, that then we can really use as a generic purpose kind of passageway. And we can also use it in our mountains, I think. One-sided and two-sided. Two-sided we can use it like for bridges, and one-sided we can use it like on the side of a mountain, right? So imagine that you have a mountain here, and you have this thing that is walking along, right? I don't know what happens if you go up. I think it's probably gonna break a bit, but we can try. I mean, it's breaking a bit, but not too much. Not too much. Yeah, obviously the beams are becoming the beams are becoming angled. So that's an issue, because obviously it doesn't look very realistic to have, you know, to have such kind of beams that are not vertical. But and if you go too close like this, it becomes a bit warped, but it's because he's trying to keep the... But I feel that this is a good piece, right? And I think we can use it. Let me see this one. I think we're gonna reuse it. I'm gonna create two versions of it, and we are gonna use it because I like it. I don't know if the texture is super crazy. Yeah, looks like. No, not even too much. Not even too much. No, it's okay. It gives you some flexibility here. To change the color of the material. Now, you're probably not going to change it too much, but it's not bad. It's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, and then what? And then these pieces. These pieces are again all separate. These pieces are again all separate. And each one, is this thing modular or not? Wood stair 01, guardrails, no, they are different pieces. Guardrail, no. The guardrail is the same, repeated. And this one is the same. Okay. So they are basically two pieces. Fine. And then probably there is this platform, I guess. I guess that this one is a platform. Yes. Floor and floor. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Now, I think all these pieces are nice. One problem we may have is the height of the legs. These ones, but maybe we can put it underground and no one will notice. Right? So I'm planning in my mind some stuff, okay? And some stuff can be to if I export this piece, do you think that I cannot export it as a single piece? Huh? Merge actors. Merge actors. Mesh component will be incorporated into the merge. I think this guy is creating harvest geometry from selected actors and mesh grouping them by materials. Harvest geometry from selected actors and merge into a single mesh. Not bad. Okay, do it. Test merge. Do it, man. It's all the same material, so in theory, I don't know why it's baking materials, but oh my god, it's changing all the UV. Fuck no. You serious? I think it's you see this thing that he created? I think he merged well, but then we can change maybe. Then we can remap very easily. Yes, 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 yes. I think that we can remap very, very easily. But it's nice that he's doing this, so maybe we have a way. You see that he actually created a single mesh. So out of that, okay. Is it too small to see or too big to see, or what is the problem? I mean, the mesh seems to be there, but I don't see it. What? It seems to be super small. Or super big or super small, I don't know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It seems to be super small. Like really, really, really small. I think it's so small that I cannot see. Let me scale it up 10 times. No, makes no difference. 100 times makes no difference. I don't know, is not here. 1000 times. I don't understand what happened. Why I cannot see it. Why I cannot see? Do I need to save it? I don't think so. Maybe it's too big. Maybe it's wait. Maybe it's super huge. I don't know. I know it's here. So the problem is that the center is completely fucked up. Okay. Apart from the center being completely fucked up and the texture being completely fucked up, the rest probably is okay. The geometry is probably okay. Maybe. Maybe, boys. Geometry I think is fine. No, because the idea could be, you know, that we compose whatever we need to compose in here, then we merge it, and then we import it in Blender, and then we decimate, merge vertices, and then export again, right? That could be one way. That could be one way, but I think it's becoming, you know, it's becoming harder than redoing it from scratch. So that's the point, right? So it's becoming harder than just redoing the stuff. It's becoming harder than just redoing the stuff. That's the major issue that I have. Because, for example, can I use a house like this, right? In our world? Yes, I think I can. Maybe not that high, but with this roof made by aliens, I think I can. I think I can. Do I want to have it? Yes, I want to have it. Maybe I want to have, you know, maybe I want to have a kind of anyway, the guy that created this thing, he spent so much time in then assembling this level. So much time. It's insane, I think, the amount of time he spent. Because putting together all these pieces is GG. I'm trying to understand if these pieces are mergeable, but I think they are. But probably for us, the easiest would be to design whatever we want to design and then just assign the material. And just use the slitted window as an element. Because, you know, actually these pieces have nothing special. I mean, these pieces are just, if I take one piece like this, It's just a rounded section, nothing else, with 2 windows. Okay, but the windows are basically square. So, I mean, it's 0 value to us. What is value is archways like this, staircases like this. Maybe you see they also have some variation in geometry. And slitted windows and roofs, right? These are all value to us. And why I don't find it anymore? And these ones. And these ones. So these are the pieces we should take. Right? These are the pieces we should take. And then I bring them into, and then I bring, for example, let me see if these stairs are crazy polygons as well or not. Probably yes, but yes. I mean, not really, but you can do it with 1/3 or 1/4 of the polygons, right? Because anyway, the state is going to go inside a wall, so you don't need this to be round, and this rounded in the middle can be. But anyway, I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's 700 triangles. I think we can live with this. Okay, we can live with this. I also don't want to go by. This is a good piece. This is a very nice piece, right? I think this one we can reuse. Okay, so let's try to make a list of all the pieces that we want. And then we decide if these pieces we want to assemble them in Unreal and then merge, or if we want, or what the hell we want to do. The problem is that if we merge in Unreal, it seems that the texture is going to shit. It is very bad though. I don't know why. I mean, if I take like these 3 pieces only, right? And I ask Unreal to merge the mesh, right? Edit, no, where was it? Merge actors. I think first I need to remove it from the group, so that we are, you know, with local coordinates. Probably this is helping. And then I do merge actors. I have 3 choices. Harvest geometry for selected actor and merge grouping them by materials. Okay, let me try all 3 options and see what happens. Test merge 2. Okay, test merge 2. Test merge 2 doesn't look bad, because he actually preserved the materials properly. So this is probably the right setting. This is probably the right setting. Let me see the geometry. Yes, it's okay. Okay, so probably it's the first option we need to use. The option that we used before was probably not the right one, because I used the second one, which is harvest geometry from selected actor and merge them into a single mesh. Yeah, but sorry, but it did a single mesh here as well. What do you mean? There is a single mesh, no? Yeah, it's a static mesh of 3000 triangles, so is a single mesh. I don't understand what he means by that, but anyway, this way is perfect. Let me try again the tower with that setting. So let me try again, I don't know, this tower, for example. if I use merge actors with the first option, use all LOD levels. Interesting. Do you think it's merging also the LOD? This will be test merge 3. Okay. Oh, this autosave is annoying. Because if that works, okay, if the export to Blender works, preserving UV and preserving textures, I think we can do a good job. So we can use basically this as a Lego system. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now this is one piece, huh? This is one piece. Now, I mean, maybe we don't really want it as one piece, okay? But it's not bad. It's not bad. Now, this guy will be very high poly, we know. But, you know, we can export it. And, yeah, you see, this guy... Oh my god, when I look at this stuff, I'm just... Anyway. Okay, so this is kind of high poly. Okay, it's like looking at the matrix. But we can decimate it like a boss, and I think it will work. We can separate the walls, decimate only the walls, and I think it will look perfect. I think it will look perfect. Yeah. So I think we can use this workflow. Maybe we could separate the floor. I mean, just to keep the materials number kind of sane, you know, we could build and separate. Okay, let me try 1 second, right? Let me try. In the tracking what do you mean there was no update? Just a second, because I'm typing to the... what do you mean there was no update? There was an update like... there was an update yesterday. There was an update... the 8th of July. I don't understand why he's saying there is no update. No, because I wrote to the Animaze people, the guys that are managing this program, telling them that my mouth is moving more than before. now. At the moment, I mean, it seems that it's more sensitive to movement. It seems that it is more sensitive to movement. So, like the nose is compressing more, and like for example, now it lost completely the tracking of it. I think the upper lip. I think the upper lip in particular is worse than before. The upper lip seems to be a bit crazy. But okay, I mean, we cannot debug that as well. It will take too much. So if we export this tower, right? Because I think we found a kind of a workflow. Huh? We found a workflow, which is important, because if we find a workflow, I think we can do this. I think we can. So let's put it under ctemp. Okay, test merge, whatever. Yes, do it. I'm going to, I need to remove all these areas one day from the template. So if I import FBX and I go under ctemp, we said, and I get this guy. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Do we have an issue with the scale? It seems that it doesn't fit into the view. And it seems that all the vertices are fucked up completely. Let me try to scale it down and see. I don't know if it's too small or too big, but there is definitely something not working. Let me try to measure it. Eleven meters or 11,000 meters? Which of the two? I think it's 11 meters. 11 meters, 8 meters. 11 meters, so it means that one door is 3 meters. Yeah, it's pretty much okay. Why struggling so much to, I don't know, bro. Sometimes Blender is making me, why struggling so much to show this thing? Okay, now in default, I don't know, in animation, in default seems that it can do it. In default seems it can do it. Why so upset about why is so upset about the geometry? You see that he's complaining a lot, like if there are a lot of overlapping faces. What is this mess? Ah, it's the LOD. Wait. Is the yeah. is the collision box. Okay, it's the collision box. It's the collision box. And then all the LOD. Okay. He exported all the LOD and the collision mesh. So that's why. That's why. Wanna become famous? No, thank you. So he created LOD. That's interesting. So he created 4 LOD for this thing, in theory. Still, it looks a bit weird, and you know the way. Okay, I mean, we don't really care about that. Because in theory, you see, he also has a bit of a bit of a movement, right? So not all the polygons are perfectly straight. There is a bit of a movement on the walls. So actually, at least on this area, on the other areas, not too much, but on this area, so it seems that he's trying to use anyway a bit of that geometry. And this is why probably the lower LOD then have this strange pattern, right? Because it's just an aggregation to still render a bit of difference in the wall instead in terms of height, in terms of deepness here, right? So but I think it's fine. So for example, the LOD3, which is this one, I think is pretty good. The LOD3 is, holy shit, it's still 36,000 faces. It's still 36,000 faces. But wait. But we could select it and merge all the vertices by distance, keeping a distance that is probably not 0. But no, I think we cannot do it. No, because in theory it should be all the ones that are like here at the borders, right? All the ones that are at the border, we should actually not. We have all the double faces inside. We have all the double faces inside, boys. All the double faces inside. It's probably easier to remake it. It's probably easier to remake it. I know it sounds a bit so-so, but I tell you, it's probably easier to remake it. Because, for example, all this floor, okay, you can see through. Okay, nice, but who cares really that you can see through? Because they did it like super detailed, right? So if you go here and you walk and you look down, now you cannot even see it, but they did it in a way that you can look through the cracks. Yeah, you can see it like this, you see? Certain cracks you can really see through. So it's not a full floor, is a floor made of each single, but that's okay. I mean, we can even leave that because they are anyway single pieces, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more concerned about all the useless polygons that we have basically everywhere in this structure. And I don't think I have an easy way to delete them. I don't think I have an easy way to delete them. Because the way to delete them will be to say... basically will be to say select the outside, which I don't know if I can even do it. Because if I do Control J, I mean Control L, I think it will anyway select the whole thing. Yeah, the only thing that makes me a bit, I mean, why is not merging? If I ask to merge, right? Let me move this vertex. This is already merged, huh? This one is already merged between... so this one... yeah, this one is already merged. So actually the vertices on the side are already... I mean, the ones where the pieces are joining are already merged. But is this working also for LOD 0 or not? Let me move this guy. Now, you see that for LOD 0 actually didn't do it. For LOD 0 it didn't do it. Why? Okay, so let's say that we start from LOD 0 and we'll go merge by distance. Let me go very low, like 001. You see, we are already merging 6,000 vertices. The problem is 5,000. 4,000. The problem is that there is something here which is getting destroyed when we do that. Because there are these super nice borders, you see, which are totally useless, by the way. Completely useless. Completely useless nice borders, but we can keep them. I'm not too scared of that. No, I would like to remove only the coincident ones, because I think there are a lot of coincident ones. So if I go 0.0001 meter, okay, is removing 731. I think 731 is not the right number though. 700 and no, it's possible, because it's only the junctions. Yeah, I think it's correct, because it's only the junctions. So we could do that, and then we could try to say wait. And then we could try to say decimate. Probably I will do it in pieces, okay? We do all the wood, all the stone. Now we are trying to do it all together in one piece. Is probably a very bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway, okay? Just for just to understand the complexity. So if I go here and I decimate, and I say to decimate by 0.25 or something. Why is not doing anything? Is the usual thing that is not showing it, or what? Yeah, it's not showing it. Why the decimate cannot be shown in edit mode? Face count 20,000. So we start with 85,000 and we go down to... Yeah, but I think if I do it separate, because for example, all the wood parts, I think I'm fine. We can leave them as they are. I don't care about the wood part. So I think we need to split this guy. Otherwise it will become, but I think it may work. I think this technique may work. I think this technique may work. Hello, Vietnashkin, how are you? We are trying to understand if we can reuse some of the assets of a castle modular package. I really hate modular packages, by the way, but that's another point. If we can reuse a modular package asset and put the stuff in our game, right? I'm trying to understand the best way to do it, but I think the workflow is the following, okay? So we build like Lego pieces what we need to build here in Unreal. So let's assume that we have this tower and we built it. This tower is made of 1,000,000 small pieces. Then we go and we merge actors with option number 1, right? Which is preserving the textures, and I think we will do it by material. So we will select all the pieces that are made of wood, all the pieces that are made of stone, and we will merge actors separately, right? So that we have, and also the roof, probably I'm going to separate it. So there will be like 3 pieces, right? It will be like 3 pieces. When we have that, we export it in Blender. We bring it in. Now the LOD, I'm not really sure how should I do it. I think I should probably not bring them in and allow Unreal Engine to regenerate them when I import the mesh. Because then what I will have to do, if we want to do it right, will be to go transparent mode, like this. But still is a total mess. Is a total mess to remove the additional P. Well, if we have it separate in walls, roof, and it will be a bit better, because we will not have the. Okay, let me try 1 second just to understand how complex will be the mesh. Basically, I will have to do group unlock. Then I will have to select all the pieces. I will have to select all the pieces of the house, excluding, the problem is that they are inside as well. Oh my god. Oh my god, there is no way out of this. Because I cannot really select selectively. Well, excluding the landscape maybe. The landscape is not something that we want, huh? I think I can select like this. Is selecting without transparency. GG. GG. Even if I go in wireframe. Now if I go in wireframe, it seems that it's getting also the other pieces. The problem is that these are overlapping, so it will select. You will select that. I'm thinking how we can do it. Because you know the problem of this roof. I mean, let's say that we take only the roof, right? And we manage somehow to select only the roof. Maybe we can do it in Blender and not in... maybe in Blender is easier to select... No? To select only the faces. Yeah, probably the selection will be easier in Blender. I think so. So the selection we can probably do. So the selection and the split. I don't understand why it's not taking. If I'm saying material, why is not taking this part? Why is not taking this part, which is exactly the same material? Bro, please. Okay, it's not doing it. For some reason, he has a different material there. Do you think that this thing got 1 million materials? Probably, eh? Because we can also select by material here, which I think is not bad. Wood shingles. I think selecting here is better. Is much better. I just don't understand. Wait a second. Because probably the beams have... no, the top or the bottom. Ah, okay, is it top or the bottom? Okay. Selecting here is very easy. Selecting here by material is very easy. So I think we can... we can select like this and split, right? Yeah, I want to optimize the poly count, but I'm trying to figure out, you know, how to do... I mean, what will be our workflow from that modular thing to our game, right? Because at the moment I'm trying to understand which workflow I want to use. So for example, here we separated all of this. Okay, which is nice. So here we are. What we have left? What we have left is a material of a gate, which is down there. Okay, we have the material of the flag, okay, which are the windows, and then we obviously have the wall stone. Okay, and so here we basically selected everything. Yeah, I want to reduce the poly count because, as you can see, the poly count is completely stupid. The reason they did it this way is because they are vertex painting the moss on top of the, you know, on top of the material. So they need this kind of detail because they vertex paint. But I think we're going to give up on the vertex paint. So because I cannot keep a model like that. I don't want to keep a model like this in our game at the moment. There may be in 2 years from now, yes, but now no. So if I then merge by distance, why is saying only 3 vertices? 1550. Because in theory, all the pieces that are modular have vertices which are overlapping in theory. So in theory, it should have, you know, for example, this vertex should now be 1 vertex. Yes, and actually it is. Okay, good. The only issue are the windows, because I think the windows are going to be a problem. Because I think if I decimate, I think it will fuck the windows up so much. I mean, we can try. So let's say that we decimate this, okay? Let's say that we go and decimate, no, and decimate this. It was already here? Oh, fuck. It was already, decimate was already there. So in theory, I should be able to decimate it a lot. I don't know how much really, but yeah, you see, but it's destroying the windows completely. It's destroying the wind. Well, not destroying, but because the windows are still there, eh? The windows are somehow, but obviously, because those were one of the parts that I like and I would like to keep. So I would like to keep the poly count on those windows, but not on the rest of the. Did you try planar mode? I can try. Planar mode, angle limit. I think I never used the planar mode. Wait, how many faces we have in total? At the moment on this guy, we have 69,000 faces. No, 58,000. I don't know, sometimes it's 58, sometimes it's 69, sometimes it's 85. Why the number is changing? Considering I'm selecting only this guy, right? Only this guy. Let me hide this guy so we are not confused, right, on what we are selecting. At the moment we have 58,000 faces, and I think that is before the, yes, before the modifier, right? So if I add the modifier and you say try planar, okay, we can try because these windows I would like to keep. They are very, very nice. They're probably the best part of the model. If I go planar, angle limit 5%, only dissolve the angles below this planar only. Okay, so 5% in theory it should already remove all of those, right? Why is not doing it? The limit normal, the limit material. Why is not doing it? Ah, because I don't see it in edit mode. Okay, because I don't see it in edit mode. Okay, so I go back out of edit mode. I cannot really evaluate what it did here, but it seems that at least the shape is kind of kept. The shape, 5%. If I do 10%, what happens? Okay, 10%. I think planar is not bad. I think planar is really, really good. Now, 10 degrees maybe is too much, okay? But I just wanted to see what would happen. The big issue I have with this is UV. Because I have no idea what it did with UV. If he completely destroyed them or not. Because if you completely destroy them, we are in trouble. We are really in trouble. Import from ctemp. Text merge reduce. Some zero tangents that it doesn't like. Okay. Now there is only the piece of the house. Okay, so it's not having. Okay. But in theory, if I copy, I don't know why sometimes I cannot copy these elements. I have no idea. I can copy from here, but I cannot copy from there. I mean, why? Yeah, I fucked up a bit the UV. I mean, not much, but I mean, it obviously has less geometry, so in certain cases, I think that maybe the UV cannot even be kept, you know, because if the geometry is really different, you don't even have the angles to do it. I mean, apart from the fuck up of the UV, the structure is not bad. The structure is not bad. It is, you know, hundreds of times. I don't know how many, but 17,000 is still 17,000. Is still 17,000. Is still 17,000, huh? No, what do you mean? Apply. What? 17,000. What do you mean 17,000? Nah, the problem is that is shit. Okay. I think this technique is not working. I think this technique unfortunately guys is not working. Just separate it before decimation. Separate what? The materials? But the materials are combined, meaning that this window is a piece of the other. I mean, is you know, this window is actually integrated into the wall. So these vertices are merging into the wall. I don't know how to say, but it's the same. It's impossible to see, but it's the same. It's the same structure. It's not possible to see it, but well, it is if we take the single piece. Wait, let's go to this, and let's open only this one. Okay, Now maybe it is more visible. I think that this window, like this part, okay, is actually sitting on the same vertices, but maybe not. I mean, from the inside for sure, because from the inside, you know, from the inside is one single piece. From the outside, I'm not completely sure if this is something on top, but probably not. Is it on top? No, it's integrated. It's integrated. So it's reusing the same vertices. Now probably this one is not going to touch. This one is not touching this one. They use different UV islands, so they will have vertices split in engine anywhere. Try the light checkbox in UF4 material slot in static mesh editor. What do you mean? So here I have my static mesh, right? You want me to do what? To do what? To isolate? U4 material slot panel. Material slot. Isolate this thing. I never clicked on this thing in my life. Isolate this material in the viewport. So is removing the other pieces. Yeah, I still don't know if, but anyway, I think they are connected somehow. You see, there is a bit of a flagstone. So flagstone is this. Then there is the inside of the window that for some reason is another material. So all the inside, I don't know why, because it looks identical to me, but probably they are different. No, it's actually the same material. No, it's the same material. It's just it's pointing to the same material. So basically these two materials are together. And then there is the outside. Yeah, but the piece outside can probably be really separated geometrically, you know, and then merged again. The problem is that I'm not too concerned about that. I'm concerned about having 3 million polygons for nothing, like here, you know. I mean, this can be one surface with maybe 9 points of contact or something. But then we have all the faces on the side, all the faces on the top, all the faces on this side, which are completely useless. Completely. So the problem of modular piece or modular things is that they look very nice, but they perform like shit. So I don't know. I think it's still easier to do it manually. I don't know. I'm losing faith in this possibility. I'm losing faith in this possibility. The only one that really worked was the stairs. The stairs worked okay. So we merged the actor in Unreal. He created, you know, the full stair, which still has a decent poly count. And I think if we are going to reduce this one, it's gonna work. We can try, but so basically, if we have pieces that are already reasonable, I think we can do it. But if we have pieces that are not very reasonable, then it's just becoming a mess. So we have all the LOD and the... by the way, the collision mesh is not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. The LOD3 obviously looks very, very bad, but I don't think we are gonna use these LODs. I think we are just using, for example, this one is 2000 triangle. This one is 1600. This one is 2784. Look at the bottom. Look at the fucking bottom. I mean, why? Why you do it like this? I understand that you are not making a game. You're just making a package to sell it. But fuck, why you do it like this? Why? Why? Anyway. I think that for the stairs we are kind of okay. Planar 5 degrees. What is doing? It's moving from 2000 faces. Wow. It's moving from 2000 faces to 300 faces. Holy shit. Holy shit. Let me try to apply just for fun. This is not 3000. This is not 300 faces. It's 900. Okay. But 900 anyway is not bad. What happened there? I have no idea. 900 is not bad. Now, this thing in the middle, bro, this thing in the middle, really. I mean, yes, okay, it's very nice, but very, very nice, but can I collapse only a piece of it or not? No, I'm collapsing everything. Fuck. So I need to split it and then collapse it, huh? Okay. Why is eating so much on the... What do you mean 0? 0 is not possible. I think this would be again an issue of UV, so we go back to the problem. But for example, here we significantly reduce the, right? We significantly reduced it, but will the UV be fucked up? I have no idea. Probably yes. No. So for example, on the stairs, it works. The workflow, I mean, we merged the two pieces, okay? We decimated the pillar. We decimated the stair, and we went down so much. So like from 2,700 only on these two pieces of stair. Now imagine that these stairs are going up a lot, so maybe you have 10 times this, right? So from 2,700 to 800, so more than 3 times. No, the LOD is very, very bad, Piaknashin. So if you look at the LOD are completely fucked up. So the LOD is way worse than Decimate. You can see it. I mean, if I want, I can load LOD3, but you see LOD3. Look at what it's doing. LOD3 is fucking up all the stairs completely. Maybe LOD2 is a bit better. But still, you see, all the stairs are, because it doesn't have a sense of the way you should do it. Look at even the pillar in the middle. Because the point of the LOD is to give the same visual representation at a distance. So usually LOD is very, very bad. My Decimate is perfect. I mean, it is exactly is identical to the original, basically. My Decimate is perfect. So if you look at this one and you look at this one, you will see basically no difference. But it's 1/3 of that, right? Now I cannot put it in the same position because they are, you know, different by different windows, but you know, yeah, they start to be very close. They are basically identical. They are identical. They are absolutely identical. So I think that, for example, for the stairs, it works okay. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking is, and by the way, there is more stuff to remove if we want, because all the bottom. I mean, it's very few triangles, but all these ones are totally useless, right? So we could delete. And at least the first step, which is anyway sitting on the ground, can be deleted. And the one at the bottom here, now it's not doing it, but all the ones at the bottom here can also be deleted, totally useless. And the same, so all these ones. And the same goes for the ones in the middle here, right? So all the ones that are here in the middle, that now I cannot really go and check, but yes, all these polygons totally useless, right? So you could delete all of this as well. And they are double because they are all the ones from the top mesh and from the bottom mesh. Yeah, you see there are even more and more and more of that. Why there is still one there? Ah, no, here is selecting, wait. Here we are doing damages. Okay, so actually the cleaned up model for this part is this one. So and it's still very detailed because you see this round is still very round, so I think it's good. I think it's good. So I think maybe we can, you know, decimate the pieces like this and import them decimated and use them as puzzle pieces, and I would be more happy to do it at that point. So if I use as a Lego piece, right? If I use as a Lego piece this one, which is 800 instead of the 2700, I think I'm more happy. But here we are not, you know, reducing that much. Where we are really need to reduce much is the freaking walls. And what I'm thinking for the walls is that I can just redo them, you know. I can just redo the walls. I can just model them myself. Now, the only problem will be the windows, right? And so the pieces for the windows. So I think I need to reduce one block. Yeah, I think that is what we should do. We should, like we did the stair, okay, now we should reduce one window separate. I mean, if we take it with the wall thing, will never work. If we try to merge something like that, will never work. Will never work. We need to take one piece. So I don't know, this one, right? This one. And export it and reduce it. And when we reach a good value that we like, we will use this one as a Lego piece. LOD 2 or 3 is probably very far. Check LOD in EU static mesh editor, the viewport of panel LOD auto. What if you set minimum LOD? Yeah, but the problem is not setting LOD. The problem is having a basic mesh which is lower resolution. I don't want these models to be in my game. I don't want a castle to be a castle like this to be you know, 1 million polygons. I don't want it. I don't want it. Even if when you run away, it will scale down LOD. I understand that, but I don't want to load 1 million polygons. I don't want. So it's out of question that we keep these basic meshes. Out of question. I mean, I will never do it. I will never do it. Because, bro, look at this. Look at this. Do you see the density? Do you see the fucking density? Look at this. I mean, I don't want this density. I don't want it. This density makes no sense. 0 sense for me. Now, is the level nice? Yes, it's nice. But It's solid lol. Yeah, I don't know. It's too much. It's too much. I understand why they did it. The reason they did it for this. Okay, they did it because you go here, you select this piece. No, not that piece. Well, I don't know if it works also with my. You go in mesh paint, and you paint in the blue area, you know, like this, the moss, and it's actually now maybe it's not working now because it's my model. But you can paint the moss right on top of the thing. So is using maybe it's not working there, but let me, because it's my imported model. Okay, this one, right? You go and paint blue. Yeah, you see? So you can paint moss on vertices to make it look nice, and it's beautiful. I'm not saying no, it's beautiful, but the cost of this is insane. Good night, Tony. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to have that density in my game. So and the same for these things, by the way. I mean, it's the same thing. Let me check one thing, because we have. Let me check one thing. Now, or we completely ditch this module, and this could be an idea. I don't know. I like it, but is no sense. Is no sense quality. I like some parts, like for example, the textures here are very nice. We can reuse them. This texture we can reuse, and these roofs we can reuse, and maybe these kind of towers we can reuse. The stairs are very nice. For example, these stairs, I think that with the reduction I did, are very usable, and I think we should use them now. These pieces of wood also are very reasonable in poly count. I mean, they are not too crazy, right? Look, so we can use them. And the same for the balconies here. I think we can also, these ones are very reasonable in poly count, and we can use them. The only problem is the bulk, you know, of the walls. That's the only issue. Yeah, exactly. It's 4A. We need only maybe even 2A's is okay. So these stairs, for example, the stairs are not too bad anyway, because there is two pieces of it. No, it's not this. Yeah, they modeled also the back, which completely stupid. I mean, not stupid, but in 80% of the cases not needed. Now, yes, you can also sometimes see them from the back, or see them from the side, but anyway, this one is okay. For example, they exaggerated a bit on this bevel, so they have like a very, very thin bevel here at each, you know, but maybe they can be removed. Yeah, but you see, I mean, every piece is made in a wrong way, right? Also these bevels. Okay, I understand the bevel, but bro, will you ever see this bevel in your life? Yeah, maybe yes. I mean, if I go here, I see it. But how I mean, I prefer to use those polygons, you know, to do a bit of a slanted, like here, right? They did a bit of a different height, and I think that's very, very nice because it looks like even if it doesn't really resonate with the parallax mapping, because you see you have some parallax mapping here which is going completely crazy due to that, but anyway, I prefer this one than that one, that the bevel. And for sure, I think, okay, if you want to leave the sides because you may have an open stair, but it's very rare. I mean, it's very, very rare that you're gonna use it. It's very rare. Yeah, the bevel is probably useless, yes. I don't know, what should we do? I mean, I'm kind of mixed feelings because I like this level. I like the look of it. I like some of the pieces, and I think also some of the pieces can be helpful for some villages. For example, these roofs can be nice for some villages if we. But the problem is that we need to lower them down so much, right? Or we just redesign a roof and we apply this texture. We can also do that, you know. I mean, designing a pyramid like this, it doesn't take me much. I mean, it's a freaking pyramid in Blender, right? Maybe we should do that. We should reuse the materials and just redo the geometry. And maybe just for these windows that are the one that I really like. I really like these windows. I really like them. I absolutely want them. So maybe these ones, you know, I can take the central piece only, split it in Blender, and then build a panel around it, and that's it. Yeah, this is probably what I should do. So I need to list which one I want and export them and make a lower version, and then the wall bulk of the wall I will just redo. I will just redo in Blender and fuck it. I mean, this is basically a cylinder. This thing is a cylinder. It's nothing else than a cylinder. With, okay, some way, one archway, but the rest is one cylinder. And here there are, you know, a zillion polygons. A zillion polygons, look at that. It's a freaking cylinder. So I think I need to take each individual piece and export the one that I like, and then the problem is there are so many pieces, right? And but you know, like a piece like this, okay, like the piece like this, what is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of this thing? You need, if you make a castle wall, you will need like 100 of them. Just make the freaking wall in Blender. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make a list of all the pieces that we think are very, very, very nice and we cannot remake manually. Right? I guess there are some, like this roof, for example. Yeah, like this roof is perfect. Maybe it's already working as it is. Because how is possible there is only 112 triangles? Is only 112 triangle? You see, like this one, for example, for whatever reason, they did it already the best optimized way. It is perfect. It is beautiful. I don't know if we can put it on top of something, but this one is insane. Are all the roofs good, or are all the roofs good? Maybe all the roofs are good, boys. Let's hope. 40 triangles. Very nice. Well, 40 triangles, I think I can Lego 272. Okay, I mean, if it's like this, I can Lego. I don't have an issue in making Lego with these pieces, because they are very good. They are I think they are coming from two different sets, by the way. This guy mixed things. Okay, let me do this. Let me close without saving anything. No, I don't want to save anything. And let me reopen it. And we will start to separate the pieces, okay? We will start to duplicate and separate. And I think there is some very good stuff that we can reuse as is, and others which we just need some work, and others that needs a lot of work. The one that needs a lot of work, we're just gonna ditch it. And okay, so Medieval Castle Volume 1. So let me go here and create a new folder, and we say plane shift approved. Okay, plane shift approved, which is basically my approval. And we go under meshes. Yes, and we go one by one. We have 300 and something, but I think the first one likely are all the roofs, and they are all good. Okay, let's look at this gate. This gate is 6,000 polygons. Holy shit, why 6,000, bro? Oh, because you have every rivet made of its own thing. Holy shit. Couldn't you put it on the texture? I mean, it's a very big piece. So being a big piece, 6,000 can even sort of, I mean, is a lot, but it's a big piece. So 6,000 on a big piece, I think is kind of reasonable. Yeah, because he modeled separately every single rivet. Okay, 6,000. Is it worth 6,000? Well, considering the amount of squares, I think is worth it. If you remove the nails, yeah, but I think the nails are adding something. So, or we change the texture and we make the nails texture. The nails are actually very nice. We can make the nails triangles. The nails at the moment are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 faces. And actually, if you make them triangles, can be 3 faces. Right? So if you multiply that by 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 by, I don't know, 3, 6. So basically, I think that you can have the same result removing like 2,000 polygons, but it's both sides, by the way. Yeah, obviously. It's both sides. And but it's anyway, it's a big piece, so does he have LOD? No, he doesn't have LOD. Oops, something happened. Oh. 3 triangles, no? 4 triangles? Okay. Pyramids for triangles. Yeah. We can do that. Also, they are very small. I mean, if you do them, you can do them a bit bigger, so at least they show. They are nearly non-existent. I mean, you can see them if you really go close, but okay. Okay. I'm not scared of doing changes, boys. Not scared of it. There is only one material, which is wood. Does this wood is it tileable wood or... so he probably took this part for the nail. Which I think is a good idea. Yeah, I think it did that. I think it's a good idea, by the way. Texture will be another problem because this texture I think are 4K textures. Yeah, 4K. I think we can lower them to 2K and will be more than enough. Even 1K, but yeah, probably 1K. Okay, but that gate I like. I think this gate I like. We can use it in many places. I think it's a nice gate. I like it. The question is, do we already have a gate like this? That's a very good question. In our world, do we already have a gate like this? I don't think so. I can check. Meanwhile, we are loading that. Let me export this mesh. Can I export from here as well or no? No, huh? No. Need to export from here. But this gate is nice. I think we can use it in many places. Also, we can have it moving, which would be very cool. Okay. Meanwhile, our project loaded up. Let me search for gate. Hopefully we called it gate if it's a gate. We have this gate, which by the way is positioned in an impossible place because it's part of a level. We have this gate, which is made of triangles or something, but it's very specific to a place. You see that he has a very special. Is the Amnedair gate, and here there is another one. These are very specific to one city. Let me filter on static meshes. We have these gates, but these are completely different. We have, okay, these gates that are completely different as well. These gates, no, I don't think we have. I think that gate will be very useful. I think we want it. So this one will become a piece of our game. Yay! C-temp. Yay! We become a piece of our game. Yay! Under default, there is not that shit. Okay, I can just click on default and remove those things. Okay, let's see. Collision. Bro, what do you mean? Look at the collision. So if you are a squirrel, you can go through. Look at the collision of this thing. Why? The question is why? Why you need a collision like this? Fuck this collision. GG. Okay, we have this. I think it's very good for the gate itself. assuming that it doesn't have any weird things inside, but I hope not. No, it's okay. It's two faces for each. I think it's very good. The beams are good. The beams are good. These beams are good. Everything is good. Everything is good. The thingies here are also good. There is a bit of a waste there, but it's very little. No, they are very good. They are very good. The only problem are the nails or these things, which actually are, yes, 8, 10 faces each, and or we remove them completely, or we replace them. I think I can just merge. If I merge these 4 vertices, we will have what we want, right? I can merge at center, right? And we have what we want. Maybe we can also make it a bit more evident and a bit bigger. So at least, you know, it has some meaning. Okay, how do I do that automatically everywhere? I cannot, huh? Well, I can. Is there a mixed merge by distance? And because if I select like this, I'm getting all the ones of one line, right? And now I would like to merge by distance, but they should merge at the center. If I merge by distance here, what happens? Do they merge at the center or no? No. They merge in a stupid place. Random stupid place. But they merged at the top. This one merged at the top, this one merged at the bottom, this one merged at the bottom. They are merging where the hell they want. Look, this one merged here at the bottom right. This one merged at the bottom right. This one merged at the bottom left. This one merged at the bottom right. Anyway, we can do one line and duplicate, so I think it's not that much of a problem actually. Yes, I think we can do it quickly. We can do it quick manually. Don't worry. We can do this. We can do this, boys. Let's do this. I can, in X-ray mode, I can select. I know, but if I do this, I'm getting also the one at the back. Fuck. No. I have to do it in 2 passes. So I need to do boom by distance. Why I didn't do it? No. Boom at the center. No. What the fuck? Why is not working? There are 2. There are 2. I think there are 2 of them. One on top of each other. There is a fuck up here with this thing. Look, huh? Look at this. I'm deleting. No. And then why? Then I don't understand. I selected these 4 and I said merge at center. And now it works. Why it didn't work before? I don't know. There is something strange going on there. There is something strange, my friend. There is something strange, my friend. Can we scale them all individually or not later on? Because then I will have to scale them. Yes, I can, because I can select on one side. I don't know, yes and no. I think yes and no. What a beautiful job I found today for myself, huh? Why I had this idea of making a castle? Why the hell I decided to do this? Why? Tell me. Wait, my face is stuck. Dot individual origin, scale them all to 0, merge by distance. What? Select all. No, select all, merge by distance doesn't work, right? This was the previous comment. Okay. Now you are saying select one triangle. Select one triangle, you mean one guy? Shift G, area. I have normal, amount, vertex group, amount connecting face region. I have this, with Shift G I get this. Or I need to select this and then do Shift and then do Shift G. Shift G. Select similar area. Select similar area. Wow. I think it did it. It selected similar, all the ones that are similar. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, select similar. And then what? Individual origin, scale them all to 0. Only the cap. Only the cap. Shift G, area. Let me see if he selected. Yeah, he selected all the thingies. He didn't select the bottom, so it's good. And then what? And then dot individual origin, scale them all to 0, merge by distance. Individual origins is this, right? Individual origins. Scale them all to 0. Scale them all to 0. Satisfaction. Do you think they are still selected? Selected verts 1104. Yeah, they are still selected. And if I do merge by distance now, you think it's done, eh? You think it's done? Wow, this select by area is insane. It seems it did it. I'm just testing something random, some of them randomly just to see, but it seems it did it. Wow. That was very, very, very nice. I don't know if I will remember the next time, but select similar, select similar areas. Select similar material area, polygon size, select similar versus Facebook property type, perimeter, normal, coplanar. Yeah, but select similar area is actually working very well. How can he do that? He's scanning all the, holy shit. Holy moly. Select area. For example, in this case, but are these vertices loose or what? No, they are not. Because the Control L is going for sharp. Yes. So if I do this, Shift G area. With 3D things is working so-so, huh? Like I selected this wall beam and area is select. It seems to be working with 2D things, right? With 2D, it seems to be working very, very good. By the way, why we have this split in the middle sometimes? I have no idea. We have some split. I mean, it's not everywhere, but we have one here, one here. Maybe that one I'm not gonna change it because it's going to fuck up the UV. I think it's due to the UV, maybe. There are not too many though, so I think it's okay. Okay, fine. Do we want to make these things bigger or not? You can also scale them up this way. Yeah, maybe we can scale them up, no? I mean, not much, but just a bit. I mean, depending how the gate, what is the size of the gate, but do you think you can select, wait a second, because for example now, do we want the sharp on the edges of these guys? No, because I'm thinking if I select the 4 edges and then I do Shift G, amount of faces around an edge, direction. I think he selected them all. Holy shit. So if I clear sharp, I clear sharp. Yeah, it works, it works. Yeah, this selection by similar is very, very, very powerful. It's very, very, very powerful, boys. Super powerful. But like this, since the direction is the same of the others, you cannot do it. But you can do you can do length, and they are all getting selected. Right? So for example, I can mark sharp the bottom and not the middle. Do we want the middle to be sharp? I don't know, maybe yes. Do we want the middle to be sharp? It looking like it looks like a nail that is. Maybe yes. I'm just practicing a bit on this new tool, but it's very, very nice. I can select them all in one click. Now the good is that they are all identical, but maybe in other cases they will not be. But in this case, is insane. In this case, the selection is insane. So split the middle is to roll tiling texture in UV. What? It's working best. Now, I think the UV will be fucked up a bit, but considering it's a nail, I don't think we'll because we destroyed the center, so the UV will be fucked up, huh? But so how do I scale them all? Because if I scale scale, I think in all directions, yes. Individual origins, we said, we are in individual origins, yes. So if I scale, for example, 1.1, yeah, it works. I think it works. You scale them all 1.1. Yeah, it works, it works. I think it did it on both sides, by the way. Now, how much we want to scale? 2? Is 2 too much? Maybe 2 is a bit at the limit, huh? But you know, if you add geometry, I mean, it would be nice if you can see it, because otherwise, why you are even making it? You know? Are they going through? They're going through a bit. But I can move them, I guess. Do you think that 2 is too much? We can do 1.8. We can do 1.8. Can do 1.8. Now, if I want to move them all, I think I can just, you know, select like this. Will not be very, very easy to do, but I think I can. Fuck, it's not doing it because they are too. Ah, no, it did it. Okay, I think I selected them all, or I can just select with the trick we did before, and then I just unselect all the other side. Maybe. Because actually they are not in a very good position. They are. No, it's not selecting shit. I can use the same trick, but then I need to unselect all the ones on one side, okay? Otherwise I cannot move them. So I need to control this thing. And hopefully... Yeah. I think he selected only ones on this side. Okay. So we have all the ones on one side now. And so we can move them on the X, I get, no, on the Y. Can move them on the Y just a bit outside. Okay, like this. Okay. And then we do the same Shift G area, and then I control this part. Okay, in X-ray mode, yes. And then I move all these ones on the Y a bit out. Okay. Okay, I think we have it. Nice. I think we have it. Split in the middle is the roll tiling texture. Yeah, I think as well. I think it's for the texture to... Okay, since we did this job, I think we can save it really as... we can save it as a Blender file as well and keep it, because I think it may be useful. Now, the problem is where to put it. We can put it under buildings, I guess. And we can create a new thing which is called castle pieces or something like that. New folder, we can call it castle, or just castle. Just castle. And no, what do you mean untitled? No. Castle, and we call it, this one we call it, I think I will call it in the same way it was called here, just because it's so we have a reference in case. Okay, so I will save this, then we will export. So I will save that Blender file in our repository so that we have it. And okay, now if I open this guy and if I re-import, right, and I select my GG directory, is this one. Okay. No FBF mesh found. Okay. GG. It didn't export it because for some reason it didn't have something selected, or it was in edit mode, and when it's in edit mode it doesn't consider the thing selected or something. Now should be fine. Now should be fine. Material, current asset material, material 05, import asset material, MCF wood, why? No, I don't understand. We had two of them or what? Wait. No, we only had one material. Do we have two materials here? We only have one material, so why you are complaining? I don't understand. Probably because it was the I think it was the fake reload that messed it up with him. Material 05. Why is saying material 05? This is not material 05. Reset to FBX. Okay. He re-imported it. No, the bullets look good. The nails looks very, very good. They're even too small. But they are way bigger than before, I guess. I think it looks perfect. Perfect. Very nice gate. Good job. Material 05, the original. No, it was called this way. It was called MCF wood, but anyway. Okay, this one is approved. So this one we move it under approved. Move here. Oh, at least we did one freaking thing today. Right? Which is that. Now, bah, this thing I don't know really. Is a gate. Okay, is a gate. Do we need it? Do we want it? Holy shit. What did they do? Very nice though. I mean, if they did it well, yeah, they did it kind of okay. They did it kind of okay. I mean, they went a bit crazy here. I don't know. What is this thing? Is the door? Ah, is the handle of the door. Is the door handle. They went a bit crazy with the bevel everywhere. They beveled every single... GG! They beveled like every single thing here, look. I don't know really why, but they did it. But, I mean, we are 1,100 triangles. It's not crazy, you know? It's a big item. So now, is it optimized? No. But where is this door thingy? I cannot even see it. Where is this handle? Ah, it's here. It's barely visible. I don't know. It's basically the same color and you can barely see it. But okay. I mean, it's a huge gate. I mean, if that's the handle, so this is how tall is a person up to here. So it means that this thing is like 3 meters or more. It's like 4 meters. One, I mean, 2 meters, 4 meters, 5 is 5 meters. This thing, or the handle is very, very, very low. I mean, from the inside is very nice because he has this thing to block, you know. He has all these beams which are very nice looking. I think I like it. The bevel here is just stupid, but Yeah, the door must be very hard to pull. So do we want this or no? Maybe we want it. Do we want to do one pass of decimate just for fun and see what happens, or just to remove a bit of the bevel, or we keep it? No, let's keep it this way. Fuck. I think it's reasonable. I mean, if we can go down, we can go down maybe to 800, okay? And I don't think that for such a large item, going down from 1100 to 800 is really worth, 15 minutes of 20 minutes of work. I think we can keep it as it is. I think it's a good item. There is the right and the left. The left doesn't have the handle. No, he has the handle as well. For some reason is less polygons. I don't know why, but anyway. It's really very destroyed. I don't know, it seems maybe even too much. We can maybe change the texture. And maybe we can reuse this pattern, somewhere else. Maybe we can just make it, changing the texture, it can become a new door. Yes, I think that these two are both approved. Plane shift approved, yay! Okay. Gate drawbridge. So this is basically a bridge which is, modeled plank by plank. Is 344 triangle. Very nice. Immediately approved. Approved. Instantly. Oh my god. No. Okay. So if you want to make a gate, if you want to make a chain in this nice modular thingy, you take this and you duplicate it 100 times. I mean, the poly count is not even too crazy. So, well, I don't know, 336. It will become very heavy. I think we have chains already. We have other chains that are probably better than this, and so we don't need it. Also, I mean, these drawbridges, I don't know. Do you think we have drawbridges? There is no LOD one, no. Do we want this? I don't know, I mean, at the moment, no. Drawbridge elevations. This thing are not bad. 400 triangle. The problem is that they are separate. Drawbridge elevations. Bah. I don't think we need them anyway. Now the roofs. The roofs are very, very nice. I think that we will keep these roofs because they have just a bevel, a bit of a bevel here, which I think is very nice because from the inside you see it, and it's big enough to be seen. It's 40 triangles, and he has a very, very nice texture. It has a very nice texture, which is very similar to the texture that we have in the game. We have some texture that are basically like this, but I think this one is higher quality, so I think we should use this one. If it's not 4K, it probably will be 4K. No, it's 2K. It's okay. This one maybe we can use as is. 2K is a lot, huh? 2K is a lot. 2K is a lot, but maybe it's worth it, If it's all the roofs of one village, I think is worth it. But must be all the walls of all the roof of one village. Now the problem is that we have so many pieces here. They are all different. But considering they are very low poly count, each of them, I think we can get them all. 40 triangle. They have no LOD. They have no LOD because they are really low. I think all this set is perfect. I think we take it all. 40 triangles. 30 triangles, 52 triangles. I think it's beautiful. 40 triangles, 40 triangles, 40 triangles. I mean, they look all the same, but actually I think they are not all the same. I don't know what is this fuck up here. I don't know. Maybe there is a, maybe there is supposed to be a pole going there. Maybe. No, I think they messed up. I think they messed up one beam. Wait a second. I think here they messed up. They are missing a piece of a beam. Yeah. I think they are missing the upper part of the beam. They have the lower side, but they don't have the upper side. So this is actually a bug in the item. Okay, but this is good, this is good, this is good. So let's say that we take all of them, okay? And then we will see how to use them. If they are too bad, we will, I mean, if we don't need them all. There is like a corner. There is like a thing. This is like a larger corner thing. There is larger, this is a, yes, nice. There is this, nice. 136. These are all good, all good, all good, all good, all good, all good. All good. 98 triangles. I love you, 98 triangles. 144. I love you, 144. Okay, all these ones we are going to take. All of them. Nice, 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 nice. I'm just double checking them all. 88. What is on the bottom? On the bottom anyway is open. So if we want to do, you know, a broken thingy, we can. Okay. All of those approved. Easy. Adjust LOD bias on texture to discard IRS MIP from cooking is not destructive, we save a ton of memory. You mean when I reduce the texture from 4K to 2K or in general? Because I think in general the MIP we need, you know? Why you don't want them? One of my faces moving weird. Okay, all these are approved, so we're gonna use them. Boys, we will still have to check the texture quality, so it's not, the work is not finished on those, because we will have to double check the texture resolution and reduce it, and but okay. Stone SMC stone border. Okay, so these one are the one that you should never use, okay? Because this thing are really stupid. If you need something like this, just model it, okay? Just freaking model it. It makes 0 sense to have pieces like this. 0 sense. 0. You can reuse the texture if you want, but apart from that, these are all useless. All these platforms, stone floor, stone triangle, these are all useless, completely useless, totally useless. This one has a bit of shape, but I don't know what is it. SM stone floor tile. These are like tiles that you can put maybe on the ground, on a garden, you know, to have some stone tiles in the garden, but they are also missing triangles. Look at that. There is a triangle missing just here. No, I don't think we need any of that. I mean, if we really need those, we can put some of our rocks. Heh. Now here is the complexity, because these ones these ones are very nice, but they are really insane in terms of poly count. I think, or no, 1000, 1000. Hey, 1000 anyway is a lot. Yeah, you see. No, this shit. I mean, it's nice. It's nice because you can put it at the bottom of a house, but or we reduce them a lot. So we take them and we really reduce them significantly, and we re-import. Also, I don't like the fact that they are pieces like this, so they are exactly made, you see, for a piece that is sticking there with this shape. I mean, you will never reuse them except for this window. I mean, except for this set. So I think all these ones are unfortunately very nice but unusable. Totally unusable. Completely unusable. This one is a bit bigger at least, but he has the same problem. He has the same problem. So, I mean, or we take a full tower that already has that, and we decimate it with that in it, or I don't see us using this stuff, right? I don't see it. And all these ones are exactly the same. Look at how many they need to make to actually have, you know, a like this one are the one for the towers. Unfortunately, they are nice. I'm kind of mixed feelings on those ones because obviously they are nice under the tower. But yeah, they are here. They are for sure. They are here. You see, they are here on the tower. I mean, if you remove them, obviously they will look. The tower will look so much simpler and. They are kind of nice, and they are also here, for example. They are kind of nice, but no, but we're not gonna use them. It's too much of a mess to place them in any way to reuse them. I don't think we are gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna do it. Maybe we can take a full tower. I'm getting sleepy. Maybe we can get a full tower and model it together with the tower, but otherwise. What about this thing? These are steps. 3000 polygons. GG. Why 3000 polygons on this thing? Oh my god. You designed it like if it's a mountain. Come on. For 3 steps. I think this one can be useful if we reduce it. I think he modeled also the back and the bottom. Oh my god. I think it could be useful, maybe an entrance to a house or an entrance to a church or something, or maybe below an altar. If you have an altar and you have these steps going up, I mean, I kind of like it. I would just reduce it like so much. Try simply gone. What is simply gone? What is simply gone? There is a simply gone setting. No. What do you mean simply gone? I think we can export this and reduce it because I cannot like it actually. Are there more than that? No, there is only this one. And then there is this one which is the stair. I think it's a different one though. This one is not the same, or is it? And now I don't have it anymore. Ah, probably it's the same one. It looks different though. Stone stairs round. Stone stairs round. Stone stairs round. Yeah, it's the same. It looks different for whatever reason, but it's the same. Stone stairs. No, but this one is lower, boys. I don't think it's the same. Ah, they scaled it. You see scale 2? They scaled it. Originally it was like this. They scale it to vertical. Why? Because otherwise it was not fitting, huh? Is a decimation built into EU4? Reduction settings. I don't know if I trust that, but okay. I want to have the Blender file anyway, but where is it? Reduction settings. Reduction setting. Termination. Triangles. Triangles, vertices, or any. Percentage triangles. It looks identical. I need to click on apply changes. I see. Yeah, you see, it's basically identical with half of the triangles. So this thing is really stupid. With 400 triangles, it looks identical. But you know, I need it in Blender because I also want to remove the bottom and the back, which are totally useless. Unless you are using it as like a ruin piece, and so you are throwing it on somewhere, I don't know, but they're kind of useless. Yeah, but it's interesting. You can still bring it back to 100. So it's like if he's keeping, so he's keeping the original and then he's scaling down, but he's still keeping the original in. So in reality, yeah, it's non-destructive, huh? It can be interesting anyway. It can be useful sometimes. But in general, I want to have the stuff in Blender. Basically because I can, you know, we can maybe merge it with something else or so. But this piece is nice. I think we can use it in our mountain thingy. What I'm doing export. Okay, we exported here as FBX, and then we are going to import it. New general. This one we saved it already, right? Well, we can save it again, but default import FBX castle stairs import. Look at that. There is also the, well, unfortunately, collision, I think we will need it. But if we put it, I mean, if we make it, what? Ah, he has 4 LOD. This thing is 4 LOD. I think the UCX is okay, actually. We can keep it. I think a UCX we can keep it. What I want to say, let me see the other LOD, LOD2, LOD3, LOD. No, but you know what? I don't really like this. Okay, so we start from this. Hopefully we'll not destroy the text, the UV, the UV. I think we will have a problem with UV because we will go down a lot, and when you go down a lot, the decimate is gonna destroy. The decimate is gonna destroy. I think that something like this is more than enough. The problem is that the UV will be all fucked up, boys. We need to redo it. I'm sure. There is no chance it's gonna stay good. Because the reduction is too much. Why so uneven though? I mean, why so uneven? I mean, I like the idea, but I think they exaggerated really in the up and downs. Check the UV in Blender. I can, but I need to assign the material, export the material. I mean, we can, but it's a bit annoying from the, unless there is a better, can I, I don't know. Can I check it with like a checkerboard or something? But because if I have to do it properly, I will have to export the material, right, from Unreal. And then import it there. I can do it. I mean, it's not too long. Which, by the way, I will have to do anyway because I will have to reduce these textures. In the UV editor, just see how it looks. Yeah, but I don't know if it's very easy to, you know. No, but I can do it. I can put it here. It's anyway a good practice to have, you know, the texture linked, and I think it's anyway a good practice. We are at 0.1. Holy shit, 0.1. But I think that before 0.1, I want to remove all the shit that we have here. Can I select by angle? Shift G. Flat, smooth. No. I mean, no, Shift G is not working. It's Control L, but Control L is only asking me the normal, the material, the seams, the sharp, and the UV. Okay, no, I think we can do this. We can select from here without the X-ray. And then we can remove from top all the rest. And I think it may be fine. It should be fine. Right? Not really. There is still a bit of shit selected. Annoying. Is there a way to select planner? I think there is, but I don't know how to do it. It's not getting those faces, boys. Ah, we got them now, I think. I think now we have no extra things. We left one. Okay. Maybe sharp here will work. Yes, here sharp is working. Okay. We have our mountain. I mean, it really looks like a mountain. It really looks like a mountain. Shift G, coplanar. Ah, coplanar. Ah, it was there actually. Coplanar equal. Okay, and threshold. Okay. I see. Okay. So we have this thing. I don't know. I was liking it before. Now it looks a bit stupid. Because I think they exaggerated on the up and down. But okay, I think... Bah. But I think maybe we can fix it later. So we were at 0.1 basically. In terms of triangle counts. Now the texture still looks okay. I don't know how Blender can do this, but... You change the medium vertices, the texture is still okay. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I think I'm going to apply. But then I think I'm gonna relax some of these vertices because they are really stupid sometimes. I mean, like this wall. I mean, I understand the going down and up, but I think it's a bit too much. I mean, okay for a bit of movement. But that much, I don't know if I agree. Oh, I still had this one select. I mean, okay for a bit of movement, but like, look at this. I mean, holy moly, is a stair. Okay, it's a bit broken. Okay, it's a bit old, but not that much. I think like this is already better. Maybe we have these 2 peaks or these 3 peaks, which are also a bit too much. Yeah, I'm just relaxing a bit the differences, no? Like all these peaks at the bottom, I think they are too much. There is before and there is now. Yeah, much better. That one is okay. This one is okay. Okay, I think we can try to... I mean, it's very destroyed and used kind of thing, but I think it's I think it's nice. I still like it. I still like it. Okay. So this thing will become save as under castle will become what? Will become that name. Okay. SM and now we also exported. I think I can name the material the same. I think that it's already named the same. Yeah, because we exported it, so I think it's okay. And I think we can just override it. Why it didn't override it? Did it? It didn't ask to override. Okay. He overrides without asking. Easy. Easy life. Okay, so we take this thing. There was 3,782 polygons without any LOD. No, he had LOD. Let me see the lower LOD. How we was looking. I was looking okay anyway. The lower LOD was 472. Maybe his lower LOD in this case was actually good. But anyway. Boom. Mine is 364. Better. And it doesn't have the back, which anyways is useless in my point of view. Useless. Okay, this one is approved, so we're gonna use it. I don't know when, but we're gonna use it. No, I think we're gonna use it soon because I want to make a new area in the mountains, and I think that this kind of mesh can be very good. So this is plane shift approved. Okay. I think now is very late. Oh my god, I forgot. Holy shit. I didn't check the time, boys. I need to go right now, immediately. But it was a good stream. I mean, at the beginning, we spent a bit of time analyzing this thing and trying different solutions. And I think at the end, the best solution is only to take the pieces that we want. And the bulk of the structure, we are going to redo it. Okay. I will just take this window, make a mesh out of it, and I will embed it into the bulk of the structure that we redo with Blender, and then apply the material, and that's it. That's the simplest and easiest and most efficient, and we're gonna do it this way. Okay, boys? So thank you for watching. If you are new, please click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. And also, if you want to help us a bit more, there is a Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift, where you can join the other 43 people. Yay, there is a new one. We were 42 yesterday. For getting access to the alpha and also some videos and some other nice pictures that I post sometimes. Bye bye.